Alrighty, y'all. I'm getting ready to go look at a 2001 Triumph Bonneville. I've never had like a modern retro bike, I guess it would be considered, but it's only an '01, so I guess it's not that modern. But yeah, I'm going to look at it. The guy wants $2,000. It's got like 35,000 miles on it, but for $2,000 I ain't complaining. It gives me a break from the sport bike if I ever want to just cruise or something. So yeah, I'm gonna go take a look at it. Hopefully everything's okay with it, and if it is, I'll be getting another bike, a Bonneville in the garage, which I'm super stoked on. I've always wanted a Triumph Bonneville. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute if I get it. Well, got the bike home. I guess I'm gonna take this bad Larry back to the house and go through it. Pretty stoked. Got it for $2K. So yeah, pretty hyped. Gonna get it home and kind of just do it a once over. But it ran good. Took it down the road. Went through all the gears. It's got a few little odds and ends that it might need. Like there's some on some of the banjo bolts where the oil cooler is. It needs a new like crush washer because there's a little drip there. Maybe a gasket here or there. But for the most part, I sat there and listened to the engine, sat with it at idle, somewhere's quiet, and let it idle for a while to see if I heard anything funky. Ran through all the gears. The brakes could probably be bled and fresh fluid. They feel a little spongy. Other than that though, from my initial test ride, it seemed great, so I went with it. So yeah, super stoked. So this is what's left of the air filter that was in there. That's horrible. So new air filter getting put in. I took the gas tank off. I'm gonna, well, I already did it actually. I put a Vapo Rust in there, let it soak for 48 hours. Flushed the Vapo Rust with acetone and alcohol. Filled it up with gas, so now all the rust is out of the tank. I'm running an inline fuel filter here. I also rebuilt the carburetors. They were disgusting. They were a pain in the ass to get out. They had a leak too, so right, it's hard to see, but that tube right there, that zip tie, because I don't have really hose clamps I can get on down there. I use zip tie for that. But anyway, that's your fuel line. It's a T. So it comes out in a T like this, and then there's a nipple coming off the top of it that your fuel goes down. Anyway, on both sides of that T, there's two rubber O-rings, and it was just pouring fuel from those rubber O-rings. So I got that apart, replaced those O-rings with Viton O-rings so they don't deteriorate from the gas, and put some fresh like carb bowl seals in, stuff like that, little stuff. I had to take the RPM gauge apart because, not apart, I should say the back of it, the light in it was blown and all like deteriorated. So I cut that light out and wired in an LED light. So now I have a white LED for my RPM gauge instead of none. Put a really cool little cheapo Amazon handlebar watch on. I don't know. I think it adds to the character. I think it matches it well. Flows good. It's kind of neat. What else have I done? I actually have also, I'm going to wait a little bit because I just changed the oil and I don't want to dump all the fresh oil that I just put in, oil and oil filter. But I have a Barnett clutch kit with stiffer springs that I'm going to put in here probably within the next, I don't know, I want to say month to 2 months, because I want to run it a little bit more on this clutch. This clutch isn't terrible, but I notice there's a slight slippage when I get into higher RPMs. And when I get into like the 7,000 RPMs, I can hear it slip, and then the RPMs will jump up and come back down, which I don't ride it that often in that RPM range. So we had a leaky banjo bolt over here, and oil was coming down, dripping off that where it droops right there and hit my pipe. And I thought I was just gonna have to get all new crush washers, which isn't a big deal. But what I actually did, and it ended up working so far and it hasn't leaked since, was I just backed off that nut, this big one, backed it off and just re-tightened it, and now it's not leaking. I think they had it cranked down too tight, honestly, because when I went to loosen it, it was like ungodly tight. I loosened it and re-tightened it a little less tight, and now it's not dripping at all. Had to sand off, looks like someone's clothes, burned on the exhaust here, so I sanded that. Polished the wheels. They were so black and grungy and oxidized. I took steel wool and Flitz polish and went to town on the wheels, front and rear. Which came out fantastic. It just took me a good, I probably put it, with how grungy these wheels were, I probably put a good 6 hours of polishing into these bad boys. Got a bunch of kerosene, took off this chain cover for the front sprocket took off this, took the chain off, and I went to town and cleaned the chain with kerosene, cleaned my sprocket with kerosene. There was like 2 to 3 inches, I swear almost, of sludge behind this cover. I don't think anybody's done it in 25 years. So I took that out and it's spotless behind there now. What else have I done? I think so far. Oh, you know what else I did? The brakes were horrible on this, the front brakes. I mean, I squished them all the way to the damn handlebar before they grab. So I swapped out the brake pads, flushed the brake fluid. Brakes are great now. So that's awesome. That was a plus. I took some steel wool to my fork tubes here because they had some little rust nicks from rocks and stuff hitting. So got the rust off that. What else have I done? I mean, honestly, so far, that's really it. The most annoying part was just those carburetors. They're just a pain in the butt to get to and to get out. But yeah, I got it done. I learned a lot. And I'm really enjoying this bike. I'm honestly enjoying it more than my 2026 when I ride it lately, which is hilarious. But I mean, this bike's fun. I don't always feel like being hunched over and super aggressive. Sometimes I want to go to the beach and go down for a cruise along the water. And this is perfect for that, man. It's just easy. It's convenient. Yeah, I'm really liking this bike so far. So I'm waiting on, since I took the carbs off, I'm going to have to resync them. I'm waiting on my carb synchronizers today. I got some cheapo Amazon gauge ones. So I'm going to do that today when they come in. What else did I have coming in today from Amazon? Shoot, I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, so future things are going to be doing a new clutch in it. And that's probably really all I really want to do. I kind of want to leave this thing stock. I think it looks great stock as it is. It's a classic bike. So really clean 01. I'm happy at what I got it for. Seller was happy, I was happy, so I'm super pumped. I'll keep tinkering with it here and there. Maybe I'll do update videos when I do more stuff. Other than that though, the bike actually ran really good when I bought it, so which I was surprised, especially with that air filter the way it was. But it's only gonna run better now once I get it all cleaned up and get the fresh tank on there, fresh gas and everything. So yeah, super pumped. Can't wait to finish this thing up in the next 2 days and get it back on the road and ride it around. All right, y'all, peace.